Hello everyone, I hope you're all having a wonderful and creative day, and I hope this video will bring you some more creative ideas. Today's video I'm going to be showing you my trims that I got at a recent haul from Hobby Lobby, as well as probably what you're showing up for, the next freebie in my freebie collection. But first we're going to go with the trims, and I'm going to show you how I did this. If you haven't seen the haul video, I'll link it below. These were 3 separate items from Hobby Lobby. It came with trims. I think it was said the package said 30. Each was a yard long. So I got a pastel version, I've got a neutral version, and then a black and white version. So I found this box and I thought this would be perfect to do it. I can see all the trims in there, be able to grab card off, take some trims off, and put it right back. So the way that I did it is I have these comic book boards that I got off of Amazon. I've done quite a few things with these. I've made tags with them, I've made belly bands with them, I've made actual journals with them, and they kind of remind me of cereal boxes that weight, but they're white, which makes them nice. They're approximately, I think, but 10.5 by 7 and about little size 7. So about 10.5 by 7. I don't know if that's a standard comic book board size, but that's what they are. People get them to put inside comic books to put them in a sleeve so that they stay flat. All right, so what I did for these is I cut the boards at 3 inches, and it was just because that's the box, what do I call it here, was just shy of 3 inches, and I thought I just wanted them sticking up just a little bit. Not hidden inside the box, but not too big either. So I cut them 3 inches. Now this board, since it was 10.5, I could get 3 cards out of it, and I probably could have figured out a way. I could have made them a little taller to not have the extra waste, but 'tis what it is. So I did have that as an extra little piece of waste. Now that box is just a bit, probably about 6.5 inches. So I just needed to trim just a little bit off of those, just to get them to fit not so snugly. They were beautiful. Okay. Now all I did, and like I said, those trims from Hobby Lobby are done, but I still have these to do, and I'm not going to do this all on camera for you because that would be just boring. But I'm going to put these on cards because they were kind of, some of them were falling apart and I couldn't see them. But I just want to show you what I did for these. Now, for the tinier trims, I did take my pair of scissors and I did put a snip in there so that I could put the end and tuck it in. But for these flatter ones, I did not do that. I just took it and wrapped it around. Try not to pull too tight because I didn't want to warp the board, to have it go around, and just kept wrapping it. Now these, I think, these trims I got from Temu, I believe. It's been a while, but I think they were 2 yards each. So all I did is take the tail then and tuck it under for it to hold. And then I would do the same with the next one. I'm just going to pull that top one off because I know that one's smaller. And again, if it was tinier and I wanted to hook it in, and it didn't matter which side I put the snip in, but put it in there and it just kind of gives it a little place to grab and hold on to, especially with some of these really tiny thin ones. They liked to come loose. They didn't like to stay very well. And being a yard for those, there was only really a couple, 3 inches into a yard is 12. So go around it about 11 times and tuck that in, and there we go. So I'll just take these when I'm done and I'll be able to put them in there. There is quite a bit of room in this box if I squish it, but what's nice is I can let it breathe a little bit and see everything. So yeah, I'll finish that off later today with these and call that done. So quite excited about that. I wanted to show you what I ended up doing to finish that. All right, so onward to the next kit. Now, like I said, the next kit is going to be yellow, and here it is. Now, it doesn't have a theme, kind of like the pink one did. The pink one had some hearts. This is a little bit more florally, botanical, but not quite a theme per se like you would find in a some of the kits that you would find online. Hence why they're free, because there's really not a theme. But I think a lot of these, even on their own, would make great single pages to add to something, as well as you could probably make still a whole journal with it. Now, if you saw my pink journal, or my pink 2 journals that I just did recently, I have I added a lot of those pages that I did in here for these, and even though they weren't necessarily a theme, they still work good. Like this one had flowers on it. Some of them had hearts on there. There were some hearts in there, and then like the center had the floral with the hearts, and more hearts on that side. So these were again not all hearts, but still had a bit of a themey collection to them. So kind of the same with these. So get that out of the way. But I think they're still going to be fun. And I'm still trying to figure out how to kind of make them all be the same shades of color. So there are some different shades, but if you're trying to make an eclectic journal or something, these would be great to add here and there. All right, so the first one is just florals on both sides. Now, I have not printed them. I have not cut the whites off the borders because I still have to go and print on the back. That's what I usually do on my digitals, is I'll print on the back and then I'll trim the outside. But I did try to create them with the mindset of half a page for journals. And I think I accomplished that on most of these. So that's how that goes. So this again, that page, don't want to fold it too high, that page. So I think they're kind of fun. These were printed on very thin paper, regular copy paper. So I don't think the colors are as bright as they would be. I ran out of thicker paper and haven't gotten a chance to go to the store, but I wanted to print them out. But I still think they look really good, even on the plain thin copy paper. So there's the first one. This one is a bit lighter. Still has some yellows, some daisies in there, a little bit in the background. Might be hard to see. It's like a damask print on there, so a bit of texture for that. This one is, again, more florally, gardeny. The background has some like notebook paper. You can see the spiral, like where the holes would be, and a bit like, looks like it's been folded. The paper's been folded, but there's some lines in there. This one is a kind of a forest scene. I thought this was kind of cool. You can see this is like where the sunset was in the back, or the sun would be fading through the forest. You can see a hint of script in there. I thought that was kind of a calm looking serene forest. And then I go to something completely different, and this is just a kind of a gibberishy kind of book. It doesn't really have a exact title. It just has some letters on there, and there's some script in the background, a little floral on there. Again, try to do it so it would be like that would be the front of a book page, and that would be the back, which is some florals. Oh, fun. This one I really love. This has a cute little bird in there, and some daisies. Again, some writing on the center, and one side of the page, daisies and a bird. One side of the page, daisies and butterflies, and still have a bit of words in there. So even if you possibly didn't want to use them at journal pages, and you wanted to cut these down into, you know, tags or something, that could be fun. You could definitely cut these out into journal cards or something like that. But yeah, I like that one. And here's another bird. And once again, try to make it so it was a nice two-sided item that has just some script with some broken, I don't call it concrete, but like broken paint. And this side would be the bird. Yeah, sweet little bird. All right, so I got I did 10 pages. I don't think I said that the pink version had 9. This one has 10. This is just a damask print subtle, and it's got some striping through it. That is not bad printer. That was how it was done. It has a stripe in the back. So it's just a nice plain neutral-y kind of cheerful yellow. Now this one is kind of way out of the left field, but I thought it was kind of fun. It's almost looks like water spot drops. There's the sun in there and water spot, and then again with the writing in the background just to give it a bit of texture, some suns on there. Almost kind of looks like if you're on a different planet and it had a bunch of suns. That's what it kind of reminded me of for that. All right, the next one again is kind of out of the realm of these. These are definitely darker, grungier yellows, and this is a bright, cheerier yellow. Some yellows and blues, some daffodils, a yellow tree, a little butterfly. Again, two sides. You've got the yellow tree with the daffodils, and this side you've got a scene with the blue tree with green, some mountains in the back, and a butterfly. Kind of a watercolor print, but yeah, I thought it was still kind of fun. Again, not a specific theme, but kind of something fun to add and play with. All right, and last but not least, those are the 10 pages. I added, again, some cards to play with for it. These just have a kind of crumpled paper border around them. But I took elements that I thought were fun out of each, not each of them, but several of them, like that bird. This is the one butterfly, the one I really like, but it's kind of fun. Shrunk down to make a journal card. I don't think you'd really even have to add anything to that. I think it's pretty on its own with the little script, the butterfly and the flowers, and this one with the little bird. That is the other side, so it leaves a little bit of room to add something. I did the damask, again, writing space or add some focal point. And the brighter one, I did grunge it up a little bit so it kind of blended with it, but the half of the yellow page and that, and then the other planet. Again, a little tag on there, and I would call those done. So, yeah, so that is my yellow kit. I think we're going to call it Mellow Yellow because it's kind of a mellow look. I don't know, what do you think? I hope you like it. I'm definitely having fun trying to create these. I'm trying to work on some other ones. I've got a greenish kit I'm working on because I think that's my next one after my pinks. And I also have a, I've been finding some fun things that I can do like a collage paper with. Been working on some of those too. So yeah, so I'm having fun with these. I'm hoping you're enjoying them too. And again, freebie on my Kofi account. And don't have to use them as a whole kit, but here and there, I think they make some fun pages for things. I'm definitely going to be throwing these in my yellow journal when I get to it, after I go ahead and print some basic neutrals on the back, but that is going to be how it's going to end up in there. So, all right, well, that is going to be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the freebies. I'd love to hear your comments on them, how you're going to plan on using them, and again, any ideas? I did have an idea to do a book one, reading one. I did start that one. I forgot about that. I did start that one too as a possible freebie coming up soon. I got maybe about 6 pages done for that already. So if you have any thoughts on something that you'd like to see, that you're making a journal soon and you want me to try my hand at making something, please leave a comment below and let me know, because I would be more than happy to play around and try to make something that you can use. All right, well, that is going to be it for me today. I'm going to finish my trims and go from there. So thanks so much for stopping by, and as usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye now.